I was raised by a single mother. Even getting to high school was so hard. I didn't go to college. Instead, I was chasing my dream of making a living through music while working. By eventually, our bond broke up. I lost everything: my future, my title, and my identity. And what I felt most deeply in the moment was guilt. Dear trust my mom. She worked so hard to get me through high school, even when things were tough. But I didn't study seriously, and I didn't achieve anything. I remember thinking like, maybe this is it. Maybe my life is already over. I was scared. I was anxious. And that's when I asked myself one question. What did I really want to do in my life? I used to think I loved music. But looking back, I realized something surprising. What I really loved was not just playing music. It was a process of building a band, saying words with friends, creating something as a team. In other words, what I loved most was leading a group, not just making music. The small realization changed everything. I redefined myself as someone who loved building and leading organizations. And from that moment on, my life started to move again. I started running low by myself. In my third year, I passed the exam to become an administrative scrivener. At 23, I became the youngest licensed scrivener in my prefecture, and I started my own business. In the beginning, I got clients on social media. People started noticing my business approach little by little. Soon after that, people were asking me for social media advice. They led to publish my first book and eventually launching a marketing company. The company was later acquired. So far, I've published over 10 business books, and when it comes to social media, I've become the top-selling author in Japan. It's both in number of books and total copies sold. Now, people from outside of Japan also ask me for advice on how I bring more work to social media. And recently, I've started a coffee business. Music, law, social media, publishing, coffee. They may sound completely different, but they're all under the definition of myself. I define myself as an entrepreneur and a business book author. Because of the definition, I don't feel lost when I try something new. Because of the definition, I have a core I can always return to no matter how much the world changes. If I had defined myself only as a musician or barista, I probably would have been afraid to step outside of those boxes. But by using a slightly broader and more abstract definition, my possibilities multiply. Here's what I want to share with all of you today. Please don't define yourself. Please don't define your dream by your job title. Instead of saying, I want to be a musician, ask yourself, what I really want is to move people through self-expression. Instead of, I want to be a lawyer, ask, what I truly desire is to stand up for people who feel powerless. By thinking about your purpose this way more abstractly, you start to see not just one way, but many ways. When I lost my dream of music, I thought my life was over. But the moment I redefined myself, my life started moving forward again. Vanished the wall. Maybe it's not the limit of your ability. Maybe it's just the limit of your current definition. So I wanted to ask yourself, how do you define yourself right now? From now on, I'll continue living under the definition of entrepreneur and writer. I'll keep taking on new challenges and I'll turn these experiences into words that stay for the future. And this today's talk can be a spark for even one person who feels lost that means everything to me. As long as the definition is wide, you can go as far as you want in life. And I hope to keep proving that's through the way I live. Tonight, before you go to sleep, I want you to do one thing. Take a piece of paper and write down your current definition of yourself. Then cross it out. And underneath, write a new one. A broader, more powerful definition based on your purpose, your strengths, your why. Your dream isn't dead. You're just defining it wrong. You define yourself, and you can go farther than you ever imagined. Thank you.